Oh my gosh, I think they removed it. The reel I was talking about. I knew I wasn't going crazy. Why do they do this to me? You guys remove these reels.
For all the female problems. I think that there's something innate in women. Obviously, it's biological to want a guy to care for you and be able to protect, provide. I don't even mean like financially provide, but just like that emotional security. And so I think women seek that out, um, whether they really know it or not. But then I think that they aren't totally prepared for what comes with getting a more traditional guy. Like, especially when you find like a really traditional guy who's like, no, I like would love for you to stay home with the kids. And
Okay. And so again, it's virtue signaling. It's virtue signaling because none of them are going to do it. Like, none of them. They always, it's like, have the kid, use the kid for clout and to build your brand. Have the husband, use the husband for clout and to build your brand. Keep working, never stop. Which is fine. It's not a bad thing, but it's not the traditional thing you're telling me. That's where I get annoyed. I actually have no problem with it. But what I don't like is it's like almost an elitist thing to say, oh, I'm in a traditional marriage. I'm like, no, you cannot be in a traditional marriage as an influencer. You literally can't. You can still be in a good marriage, but traditional, bitch, shut up.
like, I don't really want you to be posting your ass on social media or whatever it is. Like, there are just kind of standards, I think, that come with that. Like, if you're going to date like a player guy who isn't really thinking about marriage, who doesn't really care if you stay home with the kids or whatever it is, it's probably fine if you guys are both out doing your thing and posting whatever you want to post and talking with whoever. But when you get into those situations where you have like,
I would actually argue that I would actually argue that dating a trad wife influencer is worse than OnlyFans. I would argue it because hear me out, okay? OnlyFans, yeah, her vagina is going to be on the internet. But it's almost worse to date a trad wife influencer where the husband, in the privacy of his home, always has to be doing these stupid trends. His texts are going to be put on Twitter. He's got to do these poses to make the wife look good. I would argue it's worse. Because I'll tell you what, if you get into some beef, then he's in beef. Like, what beef are you going to get? Stretching. What beef are you going to get into? What beef are you like? It's way worse to have. I think if I had to have my brother pick a girl that sells some nudes or a woman in politics, I would pick the nudes. Because do you know how awful it is to be a woman in politics? Like, your family's going to get harassed. Yeah.
a man with standards or a woman with standards. I think you either have to rise and meet those standards and work together, or it's just never going to work. So I think that might be part of it. But I also think women are, again, there's this innate desire, and then there is what women are taught socially and what women talk about in their like circle.
And this drives me nuts. What women are taught, like, they never can take accountability for women's choices. I've invited Brett on too. They haven't accepted. There's never accountability. There's never women chose this because they wanted to do it. Yeah, women aren't taught anything.
Of like, I want to be this boss babe and I don't need no man. Oh yeah, men are scum. I mean, if you heard what women like talk about just in their little groups, it's crazy. And so I think that they want one thing and then they're presented and encouraged in another way. And so I think it makes it very confusing. And not to like completely like take the blame off of them, but I think it's a difficult thing to muddle through, especially in this society right now, and with men and women being so split ideologically.
Right, who created the culture of this society? Who created it? Women! And then I think I'm going to go nuts because even the most right-wing women, their language is so gynocentric. It's so gynocentric. Like, Let's face it, our generation is in a testosterone crisis thanks to modern lifestyle, poor diet, and environmental toxins. Low testosterone can sabotage your health and vitality. Reclaim your edge and bring your levels back to where they belong so you can live stronger, healthier, and with purpose. That's where Man's Edge from Neutronics Labs comes in. The powerful formula combines 4 clinically proven ingredients: fenugreek, IGF-1, NO2, and Tungcat Ali to ignite your body's own testosterone factory. Studies show fenugreek, along with IGF-1 and other clinically backed ingredients in Man's Edge, can help boost your testosterone up by 46%. Plus, Man's Edge patented liposome delivery has up to 98% absorption, far better than your typical powders or pills. So, you can actually feel the difference. Right now, you can save 50% on all orders when you auto ship and use my code PEARL. Get the edge today and don't settle for anything less. Visit getmansedge.com and reclaim your vitality today. Yeah, let me keep going.
Where there was a really interesting CNN interview that was going viral on X yesterday, where this woman was doing a piece and she only dated like alt-right men for a year, and then she did an interview about it, about everything that she learned.
Whoa.
Yes.
Wait, so did she set out
Yes.
to only date alt-right?
Yes. So as a result,
So she, like, kind of, in a sense, deceived
yes.
all of these guys.
Yes.
How long did she date him for? Like a month?
It was
each,
like
or
a couple of months, like a month here. She would go on a
Okay.
couple dates here. Like there was no like serious relationship.
Okay,
But it
so
was
it's
also
just like going out. Okay.
Yeah, she's just going out. She's dating.
And
these
how does she
guys.
determine if they're alt-right?
Like based on their social media profiles and asking them, like she would ask about their politics and that kind of stuff. But you could tell she like intentionally sought out like not just your average like right-leaning guy on social whatever it is, but like
Extreme right.
alt
That's
right whatever.
interesting. Are we talking like the Andrew Tate?
Yeah, like that kind of
right,
thing.
like
Yeah,
like,
yeah, or like Nick Fuentes fans, like that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Like she like really, and then the entire interview was like, oh, they're so awful. They took me to political meetings. It was all about, anyway, it was such a, it was like she had like sort of found herself in this like weird niche political faction that is like not reality at all. That is not just like most normal guys, like most of the, you know.
Oh my gosh, I think they removed it. The reel I was talking about. I knew I wasn't going crazy. Why do they do this to me? You guys remove these reels.
Alex has a pretty like diverse group of friends, but of all of the like conservative, more right-leaning guys that we're friends with that he knows from college, they're so normal. Like you like they're not walking around with like huge Trump hats on or going to like political, like they're lovely, wonderful, normal guys. And she did not find any of those. I don't think she was seeking them out. But the way she spoke about them, even like removing her like feelings about the alt-right, whatever, but she was just so disgusted by every part of them. And I think that that's really encouraged in women right now. And they're so disgusted by like the male species, like moving more right. And so I think that divide isn't helping at all, where now women are like turning their nose up at more traditional guys, even though they know that they like want that kind of like protection and security. So really it's just basically just chaos. And I think that's a huge reason for why the dating landscape is such a mess.
You know what's interesting? I saw on Twitter, this triggered a lot of people.
Okay.
There was marriage advice. And it was some lady who was giving advice and just said to all the women out there who are in unhappy marriages, all you need to do is when your husband gets home, get home early, cook him a steak. And that's it.
Yeah.
That's all it'll take. And your marriage is going to change around.
Yeah.
And it's interesting to see the comments. All the guys are like, oh my gosh, this would be it. When I get home, I just want to relax for an hour. And then I have all this to-do list and these things. And if I just got that, all the women were saying, absolutely not. I would do that. My husband wouldn't appreciate it. Or he would just find something to talk about. It's what are your thoughts on something like that?
It feels very normal to me that.
Oh, wait, here we go. Oh, wait, I'm watching the full thing. Oh, this is gold. Wait a second. Didn't she just get married? Why isn't your last name changed? Oh my God. I just want one conservative influencer. Oh my God. I just want one. Hold on. Tough family combos.
So we should see how the
Yeah.
conversation
How
goes.
do you prepare yourself to have an uncomfortable conversation like that? Are you nervous?
Not really.
Really?
It's funny. I am really bad at confrontation. Confrontation is really hard for me. I'm like a major people pleaser, but I'm pretty good at like heart to hearts.
Huh.
So if it's like angry and volatile, oh, I'm like a wimp. I just melt. Like there are situations where
Okay.
Well, we'll talk to him and we'll have him sponsor you guys too.
What would you say is the most unfair criticism you've received since getting popular?
just it's like, oh, she's super hateful just because of my politics. Because that's really a comment that's like the most common thing that I'll get from people who dislike me or disagree with me. And I think it's unfair because it's more of an act, totally clear in every single second of everything that I do.
Where do you
It's
draw
very
the
nuanced.
line between how much you're willing to share and be public about?
I think it is like a case by case basis because I just did this like 4-hour long interview where I basically shared everything there is to know about my childhood and that sort of thing. And that was more than I'd ever done before. I shared a lot more than I ever anticipated. And I had a conversation with Alex the night before. We were driving back from dinner at Sean's house. And we had a long conversation about my brother because I was kind of giving Sean the update about what was going on with my brother Reed. And, he had the streets. I mean, it's just like a desolate system.
Is there anything that you've regretted being so open about or that you look back on and just think, I wish I didn't say that, or I wish I didn't share this part of myself?
I don't think so.
Yeah, they never have any regrets about sharing anything. Yeah, and that's like what. So if you go for like a trad e-girl, that's just there's choices and trade-offs. This is what's on the menu, right? So it's like you sacrifice privacy to build her brand.
Understated, secure, unflappable man I've ever met.
Would you say that's boosted your confidence overall, like all of those comments and the memes and everything? Or would you say it's been an overall negative thing?
Oh, God.
Oh God. Okay, wait. I'm trying to find.